slowly clearer and clearer, the way objects take shape at dawn. It was like a picture of some miraculous figure that appears before peace-hungry soldiers on a battlefield. Journalist Pyle found a monstrous loveliness in his view of London, stabbed with great fires, shaken by explosions, its dark regions along the Thames sparkling with the pinpoints of white-hot bombs, all of it roofed over with a ceiling of pink that held bursting shells, balloons, flares, and the grind of vicious engines. The Londoners Pyle encountered were stoic and heroic. Bad as the St. Paul's Blitz was, even worse was to come. May 10, 1941, Ellen Harris, a Reuters reporter in the Houses of Parliament, recalled, was the night that London was set afire. German bombers dropped a combination of high explosives and incendiary bombs, which created massive firestorms throughout entire stretches of the city. Harris emerged from a shelter the next morning and picked her way over the smoldering rubble to get home and change her clothes. Along the way, a middle-aged man stopped her. "What are we going to do?" he asked her. "We can't go on like this. We've got to seek peace." He was practically in tears. "Do you realize," Harris asked him, "that you're playing right into Hitler's hands? This is just what he's setting out to do. If he can do this to you, to get you in this state, and you start on me and I join in, and go up the road and tell somebody, and you do the same to somebody else, now you'd get people in the state of mind, and their morale goes. What you've got to do is remember what I'm telling myself. This is my war effort, and this is your war effort. Buck up, we've got to keep going." "Thank you," he told her. "Thank you very much." And with that, Harris continued toward her home, wondering all the while if her home still existed. She passed people moving children's prams which they'd filled with little things they'd rescued from their homes. There were no tears, nothing whatsoever, just firmness. We'll rescue what we can. They were all right, but what got me into tears was a birdcage, still hanging in a window with a little dead canary in it. Democracy is finished in England. All four grandparents of Joseph P. Kennedy Sr. came to Massachusetts dirt poor, in flight from the famine that devastated Ireland in the 1840s. His father, Patrick Joseph P.J. Kennedy, set up in Boston as a saloon keeper, investor, and local politician, earning a level of prosperity that propelled his elder son through Boston Latin School and Harvard College. In 1914, P.J. married Rose Elizabeth Fitzgerald, daughter of Boston Mayor John Francis Honey Fitzgerald. Uniting two rival Irish-American political families, the marriage positioned Joe Sr. for a powerful life in politics, but he chose instead to continue the business career he had begun after graduating from Harvard. His first job in 1912 was as a state bank examiner, and he used it as a kind of postgraduate course in banking. In 1913, he borrowed from family and friends the equivalent of $1 million in today's money to purchase the controlling shares of Columbia Trust Bank, thereby becoming, at age 25, the country's youngest bank president. He went on to profit in real estate and, when the United States entered World War I in 1917, he secured himself from conscription by becoming assistant general manager of Bethlehem Steel's Quincy, Massachusetts shipyard, a civilian position deemed vital to the war effort. Not only did the new job honorably keep him out of uniform and allow him to continue pursuing his investments, it brought him face to face with a young Franklin Delano Roosevelt, at the time Assistant Secretary of the Navy. Leaving the shipyard in 1919 after war's end, Joe Sr. became a stockbroker, riding the roaring 20s bull to a multi-million-dollar fortune, then making even more money when, acting on insider information, not illegal at the time, he anticipated the crash of 1929 by shorting a large portfolio of stocks. During the 1920s, Kennedy became a movie studio head and the owner of the Keith Albee Orpheum chain of more than 700 vaudeville